Welcome to the Informed and Oblivious podcast, episode 24. I am not Phil Mickelson, and this is Shanks McGee Raymond.
Hey,
Accurate.
I'm an amazing golfer.
Sorry, Hooks McGee. You don't shank it, you hook it, right? Can you guess what we're going to talk about for this special double recorded episode?
Basketball.
Yes, 100%. You nailed it. You nailed it. We will only talk about that for the rest of the night. No, we're going to talk about golf and snowboarding because I needed something fun to follow up the serious episode and because I knew we were going to be a little bit buzzed or a little bit toasted at this point. So I figured let's talk about our hobbies and get into it. Because for those of you listening that don't know, well, more recently for Ray, I've been doing it for a long time, we golf and we snowboard. Mm-hmm. So I want to talk about the experience and what we like and don't like about it.
Well, technically, I've been golfing for like 20 years, something like that. I just took like a 15-year hiatus.
20 years, not 20 years.
Almost.
You're not that old, right? You know what's the worst part?
We did a junior year of high school.
You know what's the worst part? Fucking my dad got me
2005 to 2025, dog.
My dad got me a birthday card recently and fucking said happy 18th birthday. And I was like, what the fuck? And I opened it and he's like, happy 18th birthday twice. I was like, oh, God. I was like, oh, my God. This is the 18th anniversary of my 18th birthday. And I was like, oh, that hurt.
Yeah,
that hurt. That really hurt my soul. I was like, oh, fuck, man. Way to make me feel old.
Yeah, the other day at work, the guys were talking about, because they're older than me, they're all talking about getting the after 40 doctor checkups.
Yeah, man.
And I was like, yeah, I got another 4 blissful years of ignorance before I have to worry about that. And then I thought about it for a second, like, God damn it, I'm going to be 40 in 4 fucking years.
Yeah, that's right, son. Yeah, you're closer to that prostate exam than ever before.
Yep.
Just remember.
Maybe I'll like it.
Well, just remember, if the doctor has both hands on your shoulders, it's a problem.
Mm-hmm. Or it's extra fun times.
Gross. I'm not there for it. I hope to find a proctologist with very tiny hands.
I'm okay. Don't worry about me.
But speaking of liking odd things, if you like what we do, folks.
If you like our oddness.
Yeah. The weirdest transition I've ever made. If you like the oddness and you like the weirdness and you like what we do, like, subscribe, follow, leave a comment. All of it helps with the algorithm. And again, share this with everyone you know. And you can find us, as always, on YouTube, Rumble, Spotify, and occasionally TikTok. I'm saying that until we start doing more shorts again, because ram you for the shorts. And
we haven't done much that was short worthy in the last couple episodes. So.
Yeah, but you're gonna have You're gonna have 2 weeks to edit all this stuff. Yeah. So I expect you to get me some shorts.
Yeah.
And I expect to see those shorts when I'm on my work trip and be horrified by them.
And I'm talking to you, my one friend down in Georgia, who I think subscribed to us. If you haven't hit that notification bell already, do so. And you'll see when these episodes come up.
Yeah, get ready for this craziness. Coming to you probably more Tuesday or Wednesday now because of our adjusted work schedules. Uh-huh. And by adjusted, I mean yours, because fuck you and your weekend work.
Yeah, well.
Yeah. For me, it just makes my Tuesdays a little bit more rough after doing this.
Yeah, if we hadn't said it yet, I have switched to working Friday, Saturday, Sundays. I now have 4 days off during the week, which is kind of nice and also kind of boring. It's weird. So my first one was last week, and I felt like I had a whole fucking week of vacation. Only I wasn't on vacation. I didn't have anything to do, and no one else. It was nice having the time off. The first day I was fairly productive, and then the next couple of days I really didn't do much. And then I did hang out with my mom for a bit, so that was.
Yeah, but see, this is why getting back into golf is a good thing for you. Not now so much because golf season is about to end. But next year, you can, during the week, play fucking 18 holes during the week and be undisturbed. Because, a weekday 18-hole session is just, free roam of the course. Yeah. You could probably sign up as a single and get paired with no one.
Huh. That'd be fun.
And then, much like during snowboarding season, I could just take a day off here or there to go actually play a full 18 with you and on your days off. Because I have nothing to burn my days off on besides seeing family. And once a year, 1 week snowboarding vacation.
And then in a couple of years, I'll have a week or two where I can take my actual working days off and take real vacation.
Yeah, but it'll only be for snowboarding and the Renaissance Fair. So
Uh-huh.
it'll still hold true that I'll have to take days off to go golf with you during the week, which I don't mind because we've gotten back into the golfing groove a little bit. I have sucked a lot more than I did in high school, but that'll happen after, in high school doing fucking practice during golf season 4 days a week for 4 years, and now just going to Topgolf, and it's not the same thing as you now know.
I didn't realize you did it all 4 years.
Yeah, I did that freshman year too.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, man. The only sport that my parents couldn't go and watch.
Was that intentional, or is that just the funny afterthought?
No. It was intentional for opposite reasons. And I know my mom listens to this, so I love you, Mom, but I did it because I didn't want you screaming your head off at me. And I did it on the flip side of that because I didn't want my dad telling me I was a piece of shit even when I won. It's okay. My mom got to scream her head off later when I did rec soccer. That was a lot of fun. And she also watched me flip ass over head as I got slide tackled in rec soccer before they banned it. And then because my team was the misfit team, the guy who did it to me, they fucking double team slide tackled him and took him out. Yeah. My team was a little crazy. We were the leftovers team. And the guy who was our goalie, I think was out of juvie. I don't know, but he fought somebody the one time.
I stopped playing that in middle school.
I just did it for funsies senior year. I never played rec soccer at all through all of high school, and then senior year I was like, this would be fun. And all I did was chase after the ball like a golden retriever. Because they had me on sweeper, so because I sucked at everything, but what I could do was chase the ball down and then get it to somebody. So they just had me chasing the ball, and that's all I did. I was like, okay, I'll chase the ball, get it to our teammates.
Yeah,
done.
I quit in middle school not long after they made the goals bigger, because growing up with the small goals, and when I was goal sized, I liked playing goalie, and then the goals got bigger, and I had not grown yet. So I literally couldn't reach the corners of the goal.
You missed an opportunity.
So I couldn't play goalie anymore.
Yeah.
So then they put me in fucking halfback. That was borderline asthmatic. They put this little fuck on halfback.
Yeah, no, they just had.
I did so much goddamn running. I'm like, you know what? I'm done with this game.
Yeah, my rec soccer coach was like, you don't have the dribbling skills or the passing skills, so you're just gonna chase the ball, and your job is to get the ball away from them no matter what, and then get it to somebody. I was like, I could do that, no problem, and I did, and I missed that slide tackling. When they banned it, after the year that I did that is when they banned slide tackling. Because one of our classmates, their father was the superintendent of the whole rec soccer thing, and we slide tackled him the one game and he got hurt, and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna ban it." Tell him to man up. Slide tackling was the most fun part of rec soccer because we used it way more than a regular soccer game.
Yeah, they didn't bring slide tackling into soccer by the time I quit. So
yeah, no, we were just like every other move in rec soccer when I was playing it was just slide tackle. We're like, man, I'm too fucking tired to make it to that person over there. Slide tackle.
and yet soccer in elementary school is probably where I got my first concussion.
Did you get hit in the head?
Yeah, have I not told you that story before?
No.
Yeah,
you took a soccer ball to the dome and got concussed.
Yeah. So it was from a kid on our team, but he was one of the kids that was
friendly fire is always the worst.
It was twice the size of every other kid in the grade for some reason, and he had he was fucking Pele with it. you kick it across the field, and I wasn't paying attention, my little ADHD ass, and I ran in front of him and turned just in time to see the ball leave his foot, and then everything went black. And I woke up with all of the parents standing around me, and I was in the middle of the fucking field.
Isn't that fun? It's fun when you get knocked out, right? And you're like, where am I right now?
I tell people I got knocked out playing soccer. They're like, how?
Well, I got knocked out doing church camp, fucking playing games with the kids. Took a knee to the nose and out like a light. That one was just fun because when I woke Yeah, that one was just fun because when I woke up, I was gushing blood from my nose, so it like looked way more horrific than it was. Like I got basically hit the reset button, but like the scene was horrific because I was gushing blood everywhere, and they're like, "Oh my god!" And the kid that I like collided into, I was like, "Oh!" She was like freaking out, and fucking the first thing I said when I came to is like, "Is she all right?" She was over there like she was bawling her eyes out because she thought she had like
Traumatized, yeah.
fucked me up. Because
And
like,
she thought she killed you.
oh yeah, because it was like an embanked hill, so like we were playing like one of the tag games or whatever with the kids. Like we did the I think it was like you ever play the game Eagle's Nest?
Mm, not sure.
So like it was like a game we would always play at like camp where like it's basically kind of like capture the flag except there was like eggs in the nest and you had to get the 3 eggs from each other's nest and whoever got them like to the other side first like won. So like we're like running at each other like on this thing and I noticed like as I'm running full speed that she's coming at me at the embankment and I'm like we're on a full so I slid down to try to avoid like hitting her head on because I I'm doing this in high school and I think she was like middle school. I'm like twice her size basically, so I slid down to avoid it, and in doing so, I didn't slide in enough time or out of the way fast enough and just right like knee to nose.
Mm-hmm.
Like so, she didn't really get hurt. Like she avoided the brunt of that, but there's like dunk, and I was like, oh, where am I at right now? What's going on? Are we okay? I didn't get concussed from that, surprisingly. That they had a ENT guy that was like, "Oh yeah, your pupils are good." I was like, "All right, cool."
They didn't check as thoroughly back in the day.
It's like my dome's kind of ringing, but it's fine. It's not unusual, but yeah, the thing that I wanted to do for a little bit, but uh and again, sorry, Mom. I know you listen to this, but I might be misremembering it. But I'm pretty sure she put the kibosh on it. For a little bit, I wanted to be like, I wanted to do football and be like a running back because I was quick and small. But seeing what happens to running backs in the NFL, like,
Probably a good thing. Yeah,
it's probably good I didn't end up doing that. But like, I don't know. I had a decent like, not like great, but I had a decent arm in football, and I was like relatively quick back then for my size. It would have been fun, but I don't think I would have survived the hazing of football teams. I barely survived the hazing of wrestling in middle school and then I quit that one. That was just because people like again. I didn't hit my growth spurt till sophomore year of high school. So like in middle school, people started growing up, and I wasn't growing up, but I was maintaining the same weight. So it's like when somebody's double your size in your weight class, like there's not much you can do.
Mhm.
Oh, they got on top of me and just jumped their legs out. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna grab? Like you can do it. I'm like, nah. So yeah, all those sports things was what drove me towards golf because I was like, you know what? Nobody can watch me play this. Did baseball for a little bit. Again, baseball ran into the same problem where like eventually like people grow taller than you. It doesn't work out too well.
The leverage distance.
Yeah, did baseball, basketball, wrestling. Again, football is the only one that probably would have worked out, but I wouldn't have done that to high school anyway, and it would have been fine because like there's the freshman, like the JV, and then you would have been varsity, and I would have been I would have went through my growth spurt by the time I would have been trying for varsity. It might have been okay. Our team sucked anyway, so I might have been able to do it. It's not like we were fucking state champs.
No, I swam, and my parents came to like 2 meets.
Yeah, well, again,
I only swam the 1 year though. I wish I had done that all 4 years.
my mom screaming back in the day was embarrassing, but I loved her for it. But fucking my dad just like giving me shit when I won and lost. Like he started that in baseball. I was just like, dude, what the fuck, man?
Mm.
Oh, like I get it. I get it if I lose and you want to be like chin up, like you got to do better or whatever. But like if I win and then you're also shitting on me, like fuck off. Well, you could have done this better. All right, I'm not going for the pros here. Like let's simmer down on this. Like nobody's under any illusion that I'm going to be a professional athlete at my whopping height of 5'9" on a good day. Like, what are we talking about here? Even in the golf world, if I gotten good, I am not the right height to make that work. Because, like, fucking, I think Tiger Woods is 6 foot, and I think Phil Mickelson's close to 6 foot, too. It's
Leverage
a
helps.
lever
Yep.
action.
Yep. Yeah. Now the sport I didn't get to play was hockey.
I would never play hockey because I
Yeah.
can't stop on hockey skates.
Yeah. I remember wanting to play hockey, and if I recall correctly, I was initially led to believe that it was. They're like, oh, well, you're too small. We don't want you getting hurt, basically. And then I got bigger, and it was, well, no, now they've had so much more experience. Do you really want to like come into it now after after multiple years? And it was just money. Hockey's fucking expensive, and I typically did not stick with shit, so they weren't gonna buy me all that gear and then have me quit the next year.
Well, the funny thing is, our hockey team in school, I think the majority of the equipment was provided for them.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, because we actually had a school hockey team. The
Mhm.
problem with that, well, you did it for swimming, so it probably would have been that big a deal. The hockey practice was at 5 a.m.
But I've been fine with that. But I didn't know the rules or anything at that point.
The rules are complicated. The complicated part is skating.
I can skate okay.
Can you hockey stop?
Yeah, I can't skate on figure skates. I can only skate on hockey skates.
You could do the hockey stop.
I don't know if I could now, but I could then.
Yet, you went with snowboard and not ski.
And
Well, I feel like if you hockey stopped, the skis would be easier. Maybe we should switch you to skis this year instead of snowboarding. You have
yeah,
a better time.
I like snowboarding.
But if you could hockey stop, better at skis.
I mean, maybe, but I like snowboarding. What?
Uh,
I couldn't skateboard either, but I enjoyed doing that. Or trying anyway. But I did more aggressive inline than I did skateboarding.
I wanted to learn skateboarding, but the problem was back then I just got that shitty skateboard to try to learn on that had no pop to it.
It's
So I
like the
couldn't figure out how to
200-pound
ollie.
Yeah, I couldn't ollie either.
So instead, I just bombed hills. There's this super steep hill by my grandparents, and I would just fucking go on my, like, not even like try to, like, I would just straight up on a regular skateboard just bomb this hill. And like I would bail out a couple times and like run into like the fucking grass and like bail, where it's like looking back, I'm like, man, I could have really fucked myself up. But I think that's part of what drove me towards later wanting to do snowboarding, doing that like downhill bombing. I was like, this shit's so much fun. Imagine if I could do it on snow.
Fun.
Yeah.
I always wanted to snowboard.
I just love the snow anyway, so I was like, let me go towards a winter sport. And I did snow tubing a couple times, and that was super fun. I was like, let me get up on that mountain, have fun with it. Glad I stuck with it after our failed first time experiment to Vermont. Walking down the mountain because we weren't early season like a bunch of fucking goons. It'll be fine. Wasn't fine. I still love how much of snowboarding we self-taught ourselves. Like we had that one lesson, and then just like through sheer will of a season, forced ourselves how to learn how to snowboard.
Yeah.
And then when we did that lesson,
That's how you learn how to snowboard.
Well, and then when we did that lesson in Whistler, it's like, you guys are bad. And I'm like, well, nobody taught us, so like, of course. I still embody the stuff that he was telling us to do. Like it helps a lot in trying to like carve like with the slope and read the slope and not break. But then when I get a little too loosey goosey, I still hit the brakes hard in the back foot. I try not to do that. I try to do the carve to like slow my speed, but
you have to have the control to do that.
And I still refuse to unstrap. That's one thing he taught me. He's like, don't unstrap. Just propel yourself. Okay, I'll do that. And I'll die afterwards, but I'll do it.
Got to get the step-ins.
I looked at the reviews for that, and the problem is they're not stiff enough for what I like. I like a really stiff binding boot combo. And I know you're not a fan of that, but I like it where as soon as I put any pressure on my shins or put it on my calves, that heel toe, that I'm getting immediate response. I don't like delayed response. I don't want to be leaning over my board further to make it like engage.
Yeah. I mean the like the F2s and those ones, like the first sets I have were like that, but the The ones they use now are just like any other binding.
I've read the reviews, and I've read it from people that like a more like aggressive like binding. I'm still gonna try to. We'll see how it works out. Get a new board, boots, and binding this year, and I want to get stiffer on the boots than I currently have. I want it where like as soon as I want it like how ski boots work, and as soon as you put a little bit of pressure, like you're engaged.
Do they offer that?
I want a 10 on the stiffness. Yeah, they make boots that are like 10 stiffness.
Okay.
Where like as soon as you're strapped up in it, if you engage that pressure, you're engaging the bindings. I want responsiveness in my ride. If I want the loosey goosey, that's park ride.
Mine are squishy. My boots are especially squishy.
Yeah. No, I want as little play as possible because that way it's less movement to make your board engage, and it's less energy that way too. Although this year we're going to be in shape, goddammit, so like it's going to be a new experience for all of us.
Huzzah!
Wow, new experience for you. I've done the 190 snowboarding, and like being under 200 pounds of snowboarding was night and day difference. I was like, holy shit, this is what having energy feels like. Almost there,
like when we first started.
We did the weigh-in today. You saw I'm almost sub 200.
Yeah, proud of you.
Yeah, we'll
I'm
see
very jealous.
what 2 weeks of a work trip does.
I want to be almost at 200. Well, I got another 20 pounds to go before I hit 200.
Well, that's why after the next 2 weeks of being lax, we're going to do the Fat Boy weigh-in. And we'll see where we're at.
Don't worry about the pizza in the fridge.
It's fine. It's all in moderation. So like, as long as you're sticking to a caloric intake, you're fine. And everybody's done. Well, now he's a professional bodybuilder because he did the shows. But you know the TikToker / influencer Sam Sulek. He's like jacked, definitely like on the roids and shit. Well, maybe, I don't know. Don't let me assume, but I'm pretty sure he's talked about it. But he did that as part of this, and other bodybuilders have done it too, where people are like, "Oh, well, it's bullshit. You can't do whatever you want." He did for like, I think it was like a month. He ate nothing but donuts, and was able to, I think, either maintain or lose weight because it's like, yeah, it's calories in, calories out. Like it doesn't matter what you eat; it's the calories. If you saw him, you know who I'm talking about. Sam Sulek. Not in his like not in his show form, yeah. In his non-show form. I'm sure you've seen videos from that guy every once in a while.
Yeah, not a lot of them.
Yeah.
But I do recognize him.
Yeah, dude. When he did the professional bodybuilder thing, dude, his cut is crazy. Look at that shit. He doesn't even look like the same fucking person.
That is crazy.
Yeah, I don't want to get like that. I want the more athletic form. Although, like once we do hit our weight loss goals, I'd love to do a little bit of like weight training. But I don't like that. I like being overly bulky. I like functional over that because I've known a couple of, and my uncle was that way too, the bodybuilder, and it's all for show. Like, you ever see the bodybuilders versus construction workers, and the construction workers beat them on everything? It's like, because as soon as you remove like a balanced like load or shit like that, they fall apart.
Show muscles.
Yeah, and I don't want show muscles. I want performance. I want functional. I want something that like shit hits the fan and I'm able to go into action because I'm trained to be physically fit, not like, oh, I look big. Oh, and then as soon as I go to throw a punch, it's like slow motion because I'm too big with my muscles and I tire out because I haven't done cardio. You know what I mean? Not that I'm looking to get in a fight, but you know, if I want to get physically fit, it's to be prepared, not to be like, whoa, let me walk around like a big tree. Plus, like, again, 99% of those guys are doing they're doing the roids to get that way. Like, did you see The Rock recently? People are speculating. No one's confirmed, but people are speculating that he was on the gear and he had to stop it because he is like fucking super slimmed down now.
No, he did it for a movie role.
No, he did that. He did that wrestling movie, but like now he's like in a permanently like slimmed down like form, and people are thinking it was like a health issue. You can't be on the gear forever, man.
Yeah,
like you can't do that shit forever. Eventually, your system's gonna give out.
Yeah, he stopped for the movie, and then it's like, all right, I'll stop.
Yeah, but it looks bad for somebody that had been like doing it for like. That's the problem with that stuff. You're like artificially inflating your shit. And then, like, as soon as you stop and you slim down to like a normal person's size, you look like it looks weird because you were too like over bulked for so long. If I got anything like that, I would do like the natural category guys where it's just like I would want to build natural muscle. I never want to do it that way. You can't sustain it. It's like anything else. I don't want to be on a long term medication for anything. You know what I mean?
We knew it.
I say that as I drink alcohol.
It's definitely long term. We had known someone from high school, hanging out with him after high school, and he had become a bodybuilder. And typical bodybuilder diet with 20 eggs and a couple of grilled chicken for breakfast, But we accused him of being on the gear, and he kept saying no. And then one day he started lactating.
You're like, that's not normal, buddy. He's like, no, I'm not. I'm like, dude, it's fine.
He's like, all right, I am. Like, yeah, we know.
I'm with that one comedian that talks about it. I don't know whether it's Bill Burr. Somebody else talked about it too, I think. I want two separate leagues for games. The steroid league and the non-steroid league. Because let's be honest here, people. We all saw what Barry Bonds did in baseball. Now, imagine if you had the roided out NFL.
Yep.
Could you imagine what the roided out NFL would be?
They tried it. It didn't work.
What do you mean they tried it?
The XFL.
That thing?
Yeah, the Extreme Football League. They tried it. It died immediately, and then it went away for a while. And then The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, bought it, tried to revamp it. I don't know what the status of it is right now. But
was it a roided football league, like legit?
No, it was just it was.
I thought it was just different rules.
So
wasn't that the indoor football league?
It was
the one that Bon Jovi had, right? I thought the XFL was the indoor football league.
No, it was like extreme football. So it was different rules. It was like shortened, like much quicker game. Like like the Savannah Banana, like that. Whatever. I don't know what they call that league for baseball.
Well, yeah,
it was similar to that, but for football, but with like less show. It was just like
not entertainment, just like
it was just
weird
like
rules,
tuned up. Yeah,
like what they tried to do in Happy Gilmore too.
Kinda, yeah. Not to the crazy extent of either of those, but yeah.
Yeah, but no, I'm not talking that. I'm saying just like we just go full roid out, like roids allowed, any kind of performance enhancement allowed. See how crazy you can fucking get
within the law.
I mean, what are we talking about here? Because technically the guys on the gear shouldn't be able to get it, but they get it prescribed from their doctors now anyway. Like, that's the thing. Like, people keep thinking like, oh yeah, I got weird guy in the gym that's going to approach me and give me steroids. No, the doctors are just prescribing that to their patients now. It's just a thing. It's like, oh, you want to be a bodybuilder? Here's your drug regime. It's like, is this legal? It doesn't feel legal. It's like, that's what you're going to do. I'd rather eye monitor it and keep an eye on your situation than you get it fucking through some like illicit drug
from
dealer.
The weird guy you were describing prior.
Yeah. Like that's
some guy at the gym comes up and says, hey, you want this? Like, no, fuck off.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Like, fucking a lot of those bodybuilders now are working with their doctors, and their doctors are prescribing these things to them. And it's like such a weird thing to like think about, but I guess it's okay. I don't know how that fucking works. Nor do I ever want to know. I just want to get back down to 160 pounds. That's my goal. We got 5 months. We can do it. 40 pounds to go in 5 months.
190 or bust.
That should be easy. That's fucking 30 pounds for you. 30
Yeah.
pounds in 5 months.
Yep.
You got 10 less pounds than me to lose, dude. Should be fine.
Yeah, but I got 10 more inches on you, so it's harder to do.
Height wise.
Yeah.
Although, no, not really. You don't. But you wish you had 10 more inches on me height wise.
I'd be real fucking tall. I don't think I want to be that tall.
No. Being 6 foot would be.
It is nice.
But the 2 runts of my family got together, and I miraculously got taller than my dad.
I'd like to be like 6'3", 6'4".
I still love the reactions when I tell people that I'm the tallest one in my immediate family. And they're like, the fuck? Like, yeah.
Yeah, for anyone listening, yeah, Phil's not a huge guy, but he's not short, per se.
I'm average. I'm
yeah.
average height, I would say. I think 5'9" is average, right?
But yeah, he's tall for his family. So like everything in his house when I used to go over there after I hit my growth spurt would be hit me in the fucking head. All this shit hanging from the ceiling. I was hitting my head on ceiling fans and shit. Like, what is going on in this goddamn house?
Arguably, the ceilings over my parents' house are higher than the ones in this house. This is the midget house compared to there.
Yeah, but this doesn't, aside from the chandelier that's sitting right up here that I hit my head on every week. So I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
There's nothing else in here that hangs down. Like,
yeah, but that's just a weird choice. They had that weird chandelier thing there for the dinner table that was here in this dining room, allegedly. But no, but the ceilings here are way shorter than my parents' house. I never understood why the ceilings were so high in my parents' house for like how old the house is. The house was built in the 1800s. Which I'm surprised my old man hasn't got slapped with. Here, you're a historical building now. You can't make changes. Eventually that happens. They're like, oh, it's too old. You can't change it anymore. And it's like, what? Why? It's old. Fuck you, it's old. I want to change it. Nah, you're not allowed to. Well, why?
It's
historic. Well, how do I rebuild it? You have to get permission from this fucking government oversight board. But I own it. The people own it. Fucking crazy how that works. But yeah, my parents' ceilings are way higher than here. And again, I think it's because it was built when it was so old. Because this was built in 1952. And that's why it's so short and all the turns are so like shit. And you can't get anything in here.
If you have a historic house and because eventually it's going to get worse and worse, and you're going to have to repair it, and so if you go full on like Theseus's house, at what point is it no longer historic?
Pretty much is right from the get go. But once your house gets classified as a historic like building / landmark. It's basically like being a member of an HOA. You have to get approved, like people to rebuild facets of your house, and they have to be artisans that can do it in the historic way that it was back in the time. Okay. Yeah, that's what happens with that shit, and it's so fucking silly and stupid, and I hate it, and I hate that we bring that here because that's what ruined Europe. That's why, like, I've said it before and I'll say it again. Europe's a shithole and I fucking hate that whole continent. I've only been to a fraction of it, but I don't care. You guys are fucking backwards. Because listen, I understand a historically significant building if you uncover like an amphitheater or an ancient villa, like some like royalty thing, or some like Colosseum, and you're like, we have to preserve this.
If it's actually got historical significance.
Yeah, but when you uncover the peasant's mud hut, fuck you. Like you don't need to keep that. Like I don't give a shit. Some guy that like shat in the corner of his fucking house lived here in the fucking thousands. Who cares? Tear those fucking stones down and build a goddamn modern house with modern plumbing. Do we want to go back to that? Like what the fuck are we saying right now?
They shat in the corner of their house is still very recent history.
Yeah, I know.
They shat in the corner of their houses in India. Palaces and shit.
Still doing it in India. But fucking no, dude, like it just it drives me nuts. I hate that shit so much. I understand preserving history, art and history, some historical buildings so we know what it looked like back then.
Mm-hmm.
But every fucking building that like was like around in ancient times, we don't need to maintain it. Even here, like fucking you have the missions that were maintained down in San Antonio from like 1500s. We have some buildings here in the Northeast that were maintained from the 1700s, early 1800s. Past that, who fucking cares? Oh, we need a turn of the century 1900s building. No, the fuck we don't. We don't fucking need that shit. To see what? They built with bricks and had knob and tube electricity. Okay, tear it down. It's a fire hazard. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? Like, I just hate that shit. I hate that we're like, we have to preserve these historical artifacts. Yes, preserve a chunk of them. Put them in a museum. Even move that historical building and put it somewhere where you can maintain it away from the general populace. But it cracks me the fuck up when we're like, we got to do these things. And depending on like the field of archaeology you study, humanity's been around for like 50,000 years. Like, dude, it's the nature of humanity. We build on top of the rubble of other civilizations. That's what we do. That's how they discovered some of these things in Europe in the first place. They're digging for new construction. And like, oh my god, look at this ancient mosaic. We gotta keep it. Really? Because it was covered in dirt. like how important was it really?
We knew it was there until about 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, like what the fuck, man? It's fucking, it's so shitty. It's so fucking stupid. Again, if there's important artifacts there, dig them up. And even for like the mosaic, we have cameras now.
Yeah.
Fucking unearth it, take pictures, thoroughly document it, and then if you gotta bulldoze it so that you can have fucking families having housing, I'm sorry, make way for the families having housing. Like,
Or dig up the mosaic and put it elsewhere.
or that, whatever you gotta do. Like, I just don't understand this obsession with like we gotta maintain all the shit from the past. Why? We've moved into the future. They're like, but the past was so much better. Really? Really? Living in fucking dirt and straw mud houses. No internet. No fucking electricity. Like, what are we saying? Like, I don't understand this shit at all. It's fucking stupid. No running water. It's silliness to me. It's silly. Disagree? We should maintain all that shit?
Only to a point.
Yeah. Maintain a fraction of the historical record of be like, look at what the fucking crazy shit that they did. And then look at our new crazy shit that we did. Fuck these people. Look at those backward savages. Look how much better we were than our ancestors. Fuck you, Grandpa. Like, oh, great grandpa. I like my grandpas. But fucking...
You don't like your great grandpa?
I think they died when I was very young. Great grandpa, whatever. Fuck you, great grandpa. I don't know. Far removed on both sides. But you know what I mean? Like, it's eventually you got to move on with your life. Like, imagine if your like fucking parents left you like a will that said you have to maintain my dwelling exactly how it is in perpetuum forever. But like, how's this gasoline and matchstick work? How's that insurance looking? Like, what the fuck?
Me and Dre stood next to a burned down house with a can full of gas and a handful of matches.
I don't know, man. It's just silly. But anyway, back to snowboarding and golf.
Back to it. What about it?
Man, what's your favorite thing about snowboarding?
Snow bunnies.
Fucking hate you so much. For me, it's the big mountain views, dude. And I'm excited because possibly in December, going up to Edmonton for fucking work. And one of our buddies that we have aforementioned mentioned that you can no longer go to their parties because you work the weekend. That buddy might be traveling with me. And said buddy has never been to a large mountain. So what we're trying to do while we're there in December, because it's staying the weekend over in Edmonton, driving from Edmonton down to Lake Louise, which is like 4 hours away, to get him on a big mountain experience. And I just want to be there, like, as his jaw drops as we go up to, like, because I've been to Lake Louise before. I go to the back, like, fucking bowls that is, like, nothing but open, like, fields of snow. And him just go, the fuck is that?
I want to go.
You wouldn't be able to because you work the weekend.
I know.
But you've been to Whistler. You understand Canadian mountains. But he's never been to a big mountain like that. So I want him to experience a big mountain, and him just shitting his pants of like,
snow.
No, of going like, that's not a blue. That's a blue, buddy. That's a fucking blue.
Yeah, here it is.
Yeah, that learning curve's a lot steeper over here, my friend. Let him see what some like actual like fucking like glades are like too. That's not a glade. Oh, that's some glades, buddy. And we're gonna find out where the cliffs are back here in these glades. Don't go over the fucking drop too quick.
Let's go do that green over there. That one's a blue.
Yeah, no.
Or no, other way around. Let's go do that blue over there. No, that one's a green.
That's a green. That's the bunny hill. Let's go do the black diamond. That's not a black diamond. No, that's a black diamond. Wait till you see the double black diamonds through the avalanche zone over here. Yeah, where you're on the lift and you're like, are we at the top yet? No, buddy. We got time to go.
Get your newspaper.
Yeah, where the run down is going to take you 30 minutes and you're going to stop at the fucking hut, not because you're fucking like, oh, let me get a buzz on, but because you're tired because you just spent 30 minutes going down the slope. So I hope I get to do that with him because it'll be a fucking experience and a half.
Yeah. Tell him to start working out.
Yeah, and he's like, what do we do? I was like, dude, we just, like, when we get done work Friday night, we drive down, check into a hotel, then we do Saturday, ride all day, Sunday, ride all day, drive back Sunday night. Mm-hmm. He's like, you do that? I was like, dude, we drive 3-4 hours to fucking snowboarding around here, and the mountains suck.
Yeah.
I'm 100% going to do it out there. Because he's like, fucking, he's like, can you believe these places? I was like, yeah, I've been out there. It's fucking crazy.
I want to go back to Whistler.
He's like, I don't know which one to do. Like, yeah, have you seen Lake Louise and Banff? They're like, that's the bottom right of that like powder highway shit. That like sometime in the future when get it?
Is that your laundry?
No.
That's probably.
It's the skinwalk.
Did it sound like something rolling?
That sounded like pitter patter scratching shit.
Well, it could have been scratching a scratch pad.
Fuck you, Guinness, you're freaking me out. But
cat, he's doing cat stuff.
But yeah, like one of the days in the future, if we both have an extended period of time off, I'd love to fucking go and do the powder highway with you, dude. That shit was a trip and a half.
That'd be funsies.
But you need 2 weeks to do it. You can't do it in a week. It's
okay.
It's a 2-week trip. When I did it with it was a 2-week trip, and fucking
okay.
We'd need 2 weeks. So at some point in the future, we're hitting Japan. You don't need to mark that. Nobody knows who that is.
Yeah, well.
You can mark it if you want, but I'm pretty sure that person will never ever listen to this podcast.
If they're even.
Pretty sure they are. But yeah, I'd love to do that trip. That's a 2-week trip. At some point in the future, we got to go over to Japan and hit Ryetsu and do the Japanese snowboarding mountains. And maybe if Australia and New Zealand get less crazy, we could go do them. But if they don't, where we need to go at some point in like a September trip, August trip, is go down to Chile, dude. Do the Chilean fucking mountains. Oh, they look insane, and they're so cheap. It's so cheap to go down there.
Go snowboard down Everest.
No, but there is snowboarding in India. There's snowboarding resorts in India, but you would literally die.
What?
In
food?
Japan, yeah, in Japan, I worry about what food you would eat.
No, we'll be fine in Japan.
In India, you could eat nothing. They're they're not gonna be like, here's chicken fingers. No, it doesn't exist. In Chile, you'd be fine. In Chile, you could eat like that kind of like Southern American food, just a less spicy version of it, because it's not all spiced to shit. Like you could eat the food in Chile, you'd be fine. I'd love to do. Actually, we need to do that one day. Go down there to the fucking Andes and just fucking snowboard those. And I've been looking at those resorts and they look sick. When you get more vacation days, we need to do like a twice a year trips that we've talked about. Once we're both in shape and you have more vacation and we're both in a good spot, we need to do like 2 trips a year. That'd be sick. That's ideal. Do the winter here and the late summer, early fall there. Fucking mint. Dude, how sick would it have been if the end of August, early September this year, we just fucking hopped on a plane, went down to Chile, and we were snowboarding?
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. We need to make that happen. If this ever blows up, know you guys will be funding that. And we will make blog posts of it. And Ray will edit and superimpose our icons over our faces when we do it.
Oh, that's some effort.
You'll be able to do it. You might have some editors that AI video actually will be so good at that point. You could be like, put these faces over those faces. Like, yeah, no problem. AI video is already semi decent. If you just give it an already pre-recorded video and say, here, put this over that. Be interesting. Here for it. But not gonna do anything crazy like that with golf. The only thing crazy with golf, if we got semi decent, we could go down to Myrtle Beach. There's pretty good golfing down there in Myrtle Beach, and it's not that far away.
Okay.
Relatively nice golf courses there, but
I am not golfing worth a shit and not worth going down there. So
no, but if you're off during the week, there are like golfing leagues that happen like midweek. That maybe next year we could do like one of those amateur leagues. They take your handicap into effect.
Oh, okay.
So like when you go to do those leagues, they usually have you play a couple rounds to establish your handicap, and then that's your handicap for the remainder of the league.
Okay.
And then if you like improve by the end, they'll adjust like your handicap. So you're like, oh, I suck so bad. It's like it doesn't matter. They adjust the handicap.
Interesting.
Well, yeah, they normalize the leagues.
That's nice.
Yeah, otherwise it wouldn't be fun.
Shit on.
Well, as golf should always be, you play against yourself, not really anybody else.
Okay.
You have been playing against me / with me, but it doesn't really matter. You're playing yourself. Always. You're your own opponent in golf.
Yeah. So what is it? What do you get for being in the league?
Usually, you sign up for those leagues, and it's like once a week you get to go and play. It's like playing golf in high school. So like you sign up for the league, and then once a week you get to go play for free. Like you don't have to pay to play the holes. But like usually they're like in a weird thing. So usually what it ends up being is they're later in the evening, so they're like 4:30, 5 o'clock. And then you play the back nine as your holes. So that way that you're not holding up anybody else. So like the Twilight players are going out on the front nine, you're going out on the back nine to get your league rounds in. Or the reverse of that, which we wouldn't do because you'd be working the weekends, is like they'll have you go out on a Saturday or Sunday super early on the back nine before anybody goes out. So like they'll put people you'll go out at 7 o'clock with the same group going out on the front nine, and by the time you finish the back nine, by the time all of you finish the back nine, the first group going out on the front nine hits the back nine. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
You got the USB demons.
The USB bleep bloops. Yep.
The USB demons. Demons.
I was looking at the time to want to cut this to a short episode to make sure that I can save it and my computer doesn't fuck up.
The last time we rated that, it still saved it.
Yeah. All right.
We're close to that cut in time anyway. I'm a little rambly. This is the first time that we've had like a kind of like after hours episodes. You've hit the bubbly. I am now
After hours episode sounds like something that should be on Skinamax.
Don't make it weird, dude. It's family friendly. Minus
Since
all
when?
my rampant cursing. Listen, if your kid doesn't listen to one of the parents curse like a sailor, are you even raised right?
Probably, yeah.
Fucking again, my mom listens to this, and at this point it doesn't matter anyway. But I fucking, my mom was a saint, and I think until we were in middle school or maybe even high school, my mom didn't curse.
Really?
Like at all. She wouldn't like curse in front of her kids, and fucking my dad cursed like a sailor. It's like the balancing act there. So like, I give her so much credit for it because I wouldn't be able to do it. If I have kids, it's gonna be like I think it's like, what was one of those fucking movies like Meet the Parents or whatever, where the fucking kid's just like the first word is like fuck, fuck, fuck. If I have kids one day, that's gonna be like my kids like fucking first words, fuck, fuck. Like, God damn it. And that's what they'll say afterwards. They'll be like, God damn it. I'm like, no.
Listen here, you little shit. Listen here, you little shit.
No. Although they say you are more intelligent if you curse.
Fuck, fuck, fuck. Got him.
I don't know how true that is, but like they say it's because you're not limiting your vocabulary, but I don't know. I like the flavor text. I like the flavor text of curse words. But I also find it funny because
sailor you.
We had talked about it in the other episode, but with the religious connotation of that, when they're like, you shouldn't curse, and I'm like, yeah, biblically curse, which is like you put a curse on somebody against God. You think fuck existed in the Old Testament? Because it didn't.
Probably words that were similar to the meaning, but they said them.
Yeah. Cursing was like wishing ill against somebody, like usually invoking like God or some other deity to like invoke ill will on someone. When they're like, oh, you shouldn't curse. Yeah, shit existed back then? Like, what the fuck are you saying to me right now? Those words did not exist in the Old Testament. And go ahead, show me where in Hebrew that curse was.
I'm sure there were words that were expletives.
Yes, but a curse, specifically, you know from watching a bunch of anime, curses is like ill will or ill intent on people.
I'm aware.
Yeah. We consider
what we
them
say a curse word. Yeah.
Curse words, but it's like, is it really?
It's just, do you prefer the word expletive?
Yeah. Ship high in transit.
What?
Fuck. Fornication under consent of the king. No, that's the what, like that's the shit. Shit stands for ship high in transit.
I don't know about that.
Look it up. Go ahead. Google it, not Jamie.
Dude, we'll see about that one. It sounds fishy.
Okay.
Why does this keyboard keep pausing itself?
Because it's shitty.
The word shit does not actually stand for an acronym. It is a word with ancient Germanic origins from Old English meaning excrement or dung, and has been used for centuries. A popular internet myth claims it stands for ship high in transit.
Where does that come from, though?
What, ship high in transit?
Yeah.
Ship high in transit is a nautical term referring to a method of storing volatile cargo like manure in a ship's hold by placing it high enough to avoid contact with water, which could cause it to produce dangerous methane gas.
Oh, ship high in transit is a form for a method of transporting shit. I don't know how much of a myth that really is.
I mean, the
we're transporting manure dung, ship high in transit, and that's the shit doesn't come from that.
No, that comes from shit. Somebody thought it was funny to make that the acronym.
Agree to disagree. Saying, dude.
And,
What about fuck? Is fuck fornication under consent of the king?
Transit. I was looking to see if anything said like when ship high in transit term came around, but yeah, no, that definitely came from the other word, not vice versa.
What about fuck, man?
I'm looking it up. Hold your fucking horses.
Never. Fucking not Jamie, fuck you.
It's probably also. It's not an acronym and does not stand for anything. Widely circulated stories claiming it originated from phrases like fornication under consent of the king, fuck you, for unlawful carnal knowledge, or false folk etymologies.
Where did it come from then?
Again, Germanic origins, part of the English language since at least the 15th century.
Meaning what?
Earliest appearance, earliest known instance of the word is English from around 1475, hidden in a coded poem translated to "They fuck the wives of Ellie."
Sounds like some bullshit, dude.
Proto-Germanic root, believed to have originated from the Proto-Germanic root. I don't know how to spell that. $, F-U-K-K-O with a line on top of it, N-A with an extra swirl at the bottom. I have no idea how to pronounce that.
Yeah, but either way, I'm betting
which meant to strike or to move back and forth.
Either way, I'm betting in the Old Testament Hebrew terms, that shit didn't exist. So when people are like, the super religious types,
well,
are like,
again,
you shouldn't say curse words. Which curse words?
The words as we know them now, yes, probably did not exist. But like I'm saying, I'm sure there were words that were expletives that were considered rude to say.
No, I'm
like,
pretty sure
they may not have called them curses. There may have been a different explanation for such rude words, but
people saying not to curse is taking the Lord's name in vain, which is like either cursing God or cursing people on behalf of God, not curse words themselves.
I don't know.
Fuck you. Fuck, motherfuck, noise. Just saying, it's so much fun to say. I love that one immigrant comedian that's like talks about like he didn't know before moving to America like how many different words meanings of shit there were. Giving a shit, taking a shit, my shit, your shit, the shit. He's like, I didn't know shit was such a verbose thing.
That's a funny bit.
Yeah. That's how I feel with all the curse words, man. There's so much meaning behind all of them. How can I fully express myself without my full vocabulary behind me?
Have I ever done the thing before? I forget where I saw it initially, but it's like you can change the meaning of a sentence depending on like where you put the emphasis.
Buffalo.
Well, that's very cool. No. No, it's like in this sentence, depending on which word you put the emphasis on, each way you say it has a different meaning. So you could say, I didn't mean to steal your wallet. 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 Like, those are all completely different sentences.
Yeah, it's like when I had you listen to Hamilton and fucking Hamilton wrote the letter to Angelica. They put the comma in a weird spot. It's like mean to do that because like my dearest, comma Angelica. It's like, did you mean to do that? Like, you mean to change the phrase to make it seem like my dearest Angelica, or do you mean my dearest Angelica? Like one run-on thing. It doesn't have the same emphasis. All the right syllable.
That is an intentional comma.
He meant it. That was definitely a wild Guinness.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe one day we'll talk about that too. Fucking how fucked up the English language is. And I blame the Germans.
Every language is fucked up.
Yeah, I blame the Germans though, because we're a Germanic language and our fucking fucked up grammar and sentence structure is 100% because of them. And to all our German listeners out there, fuck you. You definitely fucked up our language. I've been doing Italian on Duolingo for almost a year now. Yeah, you motherfuckers are 100% why our language is so goddamn confusing. You'll never convince me otherwise.
You like Italian better?
No, I like the grammar in Italian and Latin languages better, but I definitely prefer the pronunciation of Germanic languages better.
That's because you grew up speaking it. But
Yeah, we've been over this. When I was over there in Europe, the Italian was grating on my ears. I went to Germany and it felt like being at home. And it's just because certain things just sound so like similar. Like even like I flew back on Lufthansa and like they had like the outside thing displaying the temperature and the word for temperature is almost like verbatim what our word for temperature is. So like a lot of the things match up except for hour. Hour in German's like some fucked up thing. Hold on, let me look it up. Because the first time I saw it on a sign I was like, "What the fuck is that?"
yeah, type in your fucking 87 character password.
Yeah, the cops never get into my phone. Not because I'm up to nothing, but because fuck them. They don't need to be in there.
For any cops listening to this, from my phone, I don't have the facial recognition software, but I do have like the fingerprint scanner. But it's not actually my fingerprints. I have it set to my dick. So if you don't know my password, that's what you're gonna have to do.
Yeah, okay. Totally convincing. Yeah, okay. So this is the one that threw me for a loop in Germany because a lot of things are very similar. Like hello is allo. So like I had to make a point to be like, yeah, I'm English or I'm American, not German, because my treatment in Germany was very different because they look at me and they're like, that guy's a fucking German. like it was a weird being in the country of my ancestors because like until I spoke, nobody knew that I wasn't from there. You know what I mean? Like it was a weird thing where they're like,
Were you
yeah,
wearing your lederhosen?
yeah, they were like, this guy's definitely German. The German word for hour is Stunde.
Interesting. Stunde.
Hold on. For those at home. Wait. I don't want to increase my volume.
Stunde.
Yeah. I saw a
Stunde.
sign with that because I was at fucking McDonald's just trying to get some like fucking and I went to go park and the signs like had that. I was like, what the fuck does that mean? I had to Google Translate. It was basically no parking for more than 2 hours. But I was like, what the fuck, man? Because I think in Italian like hour is ora.
Uh-huh.
Like so like it's similar. I'm like, I know what that is. When I saw the signs in German, I figured it was like something to do with the hours, but I was like, what the fuck is that word? Does that mean I can't park here? Like what's going on? They're like, no, you can park here for 2 hours. God damn it. What is that word stunde?
I'm sure it stems from something. Like when I talked about the word for electrical outlet in Japanese being consento. I was like, what the fuck? How? And like we looked it up, and it's for concentric plugs. So like it's I'm sure in the
Yeah, you
same
have
way
to
it stems from
consent to
something.
put the male plug in the female plug. But don't cancel me.
But then with German, like the so you know the one German verse
it kills
of
me because
99
we're-
Red Balloons I know?
yeah, but
I looked up the translation the other day,
Yeah.
and it does not mean anything like what I would have thought that fucking verse meant.
But it kills me because we're a Germanic language, so you would think a lot of that would be more similar.
Mhm.
But we're actually a bastard hybridization between German and Latin
Yep.
and a sprinkling of French. But we don't talk about that. Fuck French.
Je ne sais quoi.
I'm only half kidding. But also, fuck you guys.
Un, deux, trois,
They don't know what deodorant is, so it's fine.
quatre, sept.
Did you know that?
What?
The French don't use deodorant.
Gross.
They use perfume. They invented perfume, but they don't use deodorant. And well, again, fuck you guys. I don't care. It's not racist. I've been told by other Europeans that the fucking French stink because they don't use deodorant. They only use perfume.
Pepe Le
Uh-huh. And on that note, folks, because we are thoroughly toasted, And thanks for our pre-recorded episode. And if it sucks, blame Ray
Good night.
because he had If it sucks, blame Ray because he had plenty of time to fucking edit this to make it not be like a piece of shit. But he's also going to be traveling for work soon, so but still fuck him. If you like what you've heard, if you made it this far through our fucking inebriated ramblings, like, subscribe, follow, hit that noti bell, share this with your fucking friends, family, and people that you hate, especially people that you hate. And you can follow us on YouTube, Rumble, Spotify, and if we make some goddamn shorts, maybe TikTok.
Relax.
Fuck you, make some shorts.